Probably the most inspirational story I can tell is in late 1989 I got a telephone call when I was sitting in my office in Anglo-American, and it was from the South African police. So I immediately thought, what have I done? And the policeman was Sergeant Murray, so I said, what can I do for you, Sergeant Murray? He said, there's a prisoner who'd like to talk to you. So I said, I don't know any prisoners, Sergeant Murray. So he says, you know this one? So I said, who? So he said, Nelson Mandela. So I said, you're kidding? He said, no, I'm not. He wants to have a conversation with you. So off I went to Victor Verster, where Mr. Mandela was imprisoned at the time. And he had a little cottage in the grounds, and I sat down with him for 3 or 4 hours and discussed the future of the world in South Africa. And it was the way that he talked to me that I was, you know, for me was probably one of the most inspirational things in my life, because I thought that he would berate me for being a white South African and being part of a big conglomerate like called Anglo-American. Instead of which he wanted to find out, how do we create a winning nation? How do we get South Africa to get its act together? How can we reconcile ourselves in South Africa so that we actually really become a great nation? And for me that has probably been the most inspirational experience that I've had. That here was a guy who'd been in prison for 28 years, and all he wanted to know was how could he create a better world. Not once did I know that he was going to be released a month later, but as an episode in my life, it made me feel that you know, to be a very, very special leader, you have to look for sort of honourable causes, and you've got to focus on them, and you've got to go for it. And that's exactly what Mandela did when he came out of prison.